Hey everyone, thanks for joining this episode of Total Ramblings. I have literally just finished watching episode 1 of the new series of Doctor Who, Space Babies. Kind of interesting premise. Bit weird to start with, but I think it ended up pretty good. So let's just go through this. The opening theme, I'm yet to be sold on it, but the closing titles, I'm much like that, tapping my foot to that, definitely. So it'll take me a while, I think, to get used to the theme tune as a whole. Ncuti as the Doctor, amazing. I mean, he is the Doctor, right? He's got the energy, the passion, the interest. I really enjoyed his performance. And Millie Gibson as Ruby Sunday, I really like her as well. The interior of the TARDIS, amazing. I like the fact that, it's so big, right? We've got these massive walkways everywhere, these doors up high leading to interior bits of the ship. The kind of screen kind of matches the design of the Doctor's sonic screwdriver, the changing lights, all that. It just looks astonishing, right? So we can clearly see Disney's money coming through here, So, by the way, there will be spoilers for this episode. So, if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to hold off on the plot details. So, perhaps maybe don't watch this episode of Total Ramblings until you've seen Doctor Who. By the way, this whole Disney Series 1 bollocks. No. We're not doing that. The BBC tried to do a similar thing when I think Matt Smith started. It was like, oh, this is Series 1. No. It's not Series 1. It's a continuation, right? Anyway, the Doctor, of course, has a moustache. I have a moustache, therefore, easier for me to cosplay as the Doctor, I thought it was different that the Doctor took his coat off for this episode and spent most of the time in a tank top sort of jumper. But, anyway, so massive sort of information exposition dump at the beginning, who the Doctor is, what his name is, what planet he's from, etc., etc. Obviously intended for new audience, people who've never seen Doctor Who before. I don't have a problem with that. It was just exceedingly obvious and maybe could have been done a bit better, but appreciating the time available. I like the fact that they immediately demonstrated that they can, they've got the whole breadth of space and time, went back in 150 million years to what is going to be Wyoming again, seeing that Disney money coming through with those dinosaurs, that kind of thing. And I loved the literal interpretation of the butterfly sort of paradox thing, and the fact that the TARDIS has a butterfly compensation switch or whatever it is, So again, all part of the sort of opening exposition, really. The TARDIS can do this, that, and the other, and then of course jumping forward in time. Couple of minor quibbles about the future sort of space station. It's always bugged me that whenever anybody is shown sort of performing actions on a computer, they're typing. I mean, actually, if you think about it, unless you're working on an Excel spreadsheet or literally typing a manuscript or something, very little of what you actually do on a computer involves typing. There's graphical user interfaces, right? You're clicking a mouse, you're moving a cursor around, I honestly think that this trope of using keyboards in this situation, it needs to be thought out a bit more. She could have been touching touch screens, a bit more like that. But that's a minor quibble. Oh, and also the screen that they had there, clearly an iPad, clearly an Apple cable coming out of it. What was it? 19,000 years in the future, something like that. Anyway. So we've got a literal bogey man, bogey monster, living in this station populated by babies. Now, we've obviously got a lot of very on-the-nose social commentary here. They won't stop the babies being born, or they can't stop the babies being born by law, but then they won't look after them. So clearly we've got a dig at sort of probably Republican elements of the US government, you know, whereby abortion is banned, but then after that it's kind of, no, you're on your own, mate, you've got to look after yourself. So, you know, a bit of social sort of impact there, I think, you know, so comment there, I should say. Also, of course, the reference to refugees. You know, people won't actively go out and help the refugees. They've got to turn up on somebody's shore, so to speak. So, and I'm wondering if this is, you know, I think Ncuti Gatwa, I believe, is Rwandan and was a refugee. So obviously I'm wondering if that is being brought in because of that, or maybe he brought that element in. I don't know. Obviously a bit weird seeing babies talking. The baby playing Eric, even before he went down to tackle the monster, just looked constantly petrified. So that was kind of amusing. You know, just a funny sort of concept, really. I'm glad that we had Nanny there and that she wasn't just a machine, so obviously someone else to interact with for the TARDIS crew. Did the babies make those levers and switches out of wood and string themselves? Did Nanny do it? They've obviously never met her before. It's kind of odd. I'm not quite sure that really holds together. But, you know, and also lots of graffiti all over the walls, so suggesting that these babies aren't always in their chairs. They're crawling around, right? And how did Eric get out of his chair and hide in the cupboard? These are like nitpicks, right? I liked the kind of solution of the bogeyman being a literal bogeyman. You know, I thought that was quite funny. Ruby's reaction to getting basically covered in snot, quite funny, you know. And yeah, on the whole, it was a fun episode. It's a fun episode. A good introduction, I think, for anyone new to the series. Like I say, the concept, a bit out there, but yeah, on the whole, I've not really got any complaints. Was there anything else I was going to say? Oh, and also, I mean, I think we went into kind of Stephen Moffat territory with the everybody lives thing at the end, you know, even the monster lives, you know. Okay, fair enough. The monster's now living down there. But what's going to happen when he arrives on the planet? It's obviously hostile, right, this monster? So I don't think this other planet's going to want it. Anyway, so... And also, of course, you know, we've got massive callbacks to sort of Rose and the Doctor in the first episodes of Eccleston's run, with, you know, the Doctor messes with Ruby's phone, she calls her mum back in time, all that kind of stuff. Massive, you know, massive kind of things there, references there. I think a lot of the sort of intro was, I think, copied from RTD's previous kind of scripts. I mean, okay, if you're going to plagiarize from yourself, that's fine. But it's just, you know, these are nitpicks. I don't have a problem with the episode. I thought it was really good. It was fun. It's something I'll happily watch again. I don't tend to watch New Who as much as Old Who, and it's not because I don't like it. I enjoy it, but I just don't find it as rewatchable. Do you know what I mean? Then, of course, we've got the sort of, in this episode, we've got the sort of the overall arc of, you know, who the hell is Ruby, this kind of thing. And again, the Doctor kind of going back to series 1 of the reboot of not the reboot, but the restart of Doctor Who, basically heading off at the pass. Any suggestion that they're going to go back and sort of to the day that Ruby was found, you know, clearly that's going to be an ongoing theme. But yeah, I on the whole, it's a very colourful episode. There was a lot, you know, it was very, very energetic. I think it was very well paced. And I liked it a lot. And yeah, I'm also looking forward to the next episode, which I'm going to watch right now. And I'm going to do a separate review video on that. because I think it looks very interesting. And again, looking at the preview with the destroyed London, etc., you know, we've got some Disney money clearly coming through there. And Doctor Who's always suffered from sort of a low budget kind of, you know, situation. It's good to have some money injected into it for a change. So, yeah, excellent. So I enjoyed this very much. It always takes a little while to sort of get into a new Doctor, but I'm on board. I'm definitely on board. I've read stories that, you know, this Doctor, the character is gay, that Ruby is bisexual. I don't honestly give a toss about any of that. Don't care. Just give me some good stories, right? Don't care about the social commentary, social justice side of it. Just give me some good stories, right? So, there we go. I'm going to end this video now. I'm going to probably get myself some dinner and I'm going to watch the next episode. By the way, I've mentioned this in another video. I am planning an Ask Me Anything, an AMA for episode 50 of Total Ramblings, which will be coming up soonish because we're going through these quite quickly. By my estimates, this is going to be episode 44, I believe. So, yeah, if you have any questions for the AMA, which I may or may not be doing live, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I've not done a live stream before, but yes, send me some questions. I know I've got a couple of sort of regular viewers. I don't have a very large subscription base, but, you know, so, yeah, just let me know if you've got any questions and I'll try and answer them. And that's quite enough of me now talking. See ya! If you enjoy what I do here, although I can't think why, please remember to click the like button, smash that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. You might also want to check out my website, www.worldsbestestpoet.com, if you fancy a laugh.